showing you in a series of videos how to use Better Beyond and how to get familiar with some of the basic concepts on revenue management. Today, I'm going to take this as an example. It's one property in Gran Canaria, where I am originally from, and I stayed there and it was wonderful, but I noticed that while the reviews are really high, they only have 3 reviews and most of the calendar ahead was still available. So I'm trying to help here understand what's going on with the market and what can we do differently to improve how they book. So I'm gonna jump directly into Beyond, and I preloaded already. It takes like 30 seconds, but still market insights for the area in specific that I want to analyze. In this case, I'm going to be looking at Gran Canaria and I'm going to be looking at information year to date. What this is telling me is that most of the reservations we see through our partners coming in are actually coming from booking.com. In the case of this property, I checked it and it's listed recently in booking.com. It has been previously only on Airbnb. So there we go. One of the reasons why this property could have been a little bit more empty and had so much availability ahead. There's also a slow increase over time in direct bookings. Right now, it's not relevant. It's still like a 4%. But if the host of this beautiful property would like to invest in growing more direct bookings, that means also more revenue per reservation in the direct channels. This is, of course, something I would recommend them, as well as like engaging directly with the clients to get repeat bookings. For the rest, we know more or less what's the average number of reservations. We know that people are reserving more this year than they were previous years. We know that occupancy is slowly down in the next, in this case, year to date. It has been slowly down compared to last year, only by 5%, and the rates tend to be a little bit higher. So overall, the balance keeps being positive. People are making more money for every day that they have available to book. Lead times are changing. This is super interesting. That means that people are booking slightly with shorter booking windows. It's nice to have in mind so that we know when we should start offering discounts. So if, for example, this property was in booking.com with a genius discount and like a discount 1 week or 2 weeks before arrival, I will let them know like in average people book anyhow around 13 days before arrival. So discounting 3 weeks in advance, it's a little bit too early. We can hold the prices and then only discount past this peak time on reservations. I'm going to scroll through. Actually, this is OTA data in case we wanted to see more. But in OTA data, we see what's the average rating. So the 3 reviews for 5 stars are amazing, but look at the average number of reviews that a listing has. So in my region, it is common that people have a lot of reviews on the property. This seems like very new to the market then. And I would ask the host to convince them to maybe even ask for reviews in exchange of an experience or a glass of wine, a bottle of wine, something like that to make this gap smaller. And then minimum stays. I know that for my properties, the property I was visiting was 3 nights. The average in that specific area was 4 nights. The average length of stay was on top. It was actually 6 nights. So this is really good to know. But the average minimum stay by the properties should be around 4, which is great. Cleaning fees, I didn't have to pay any, but it's good to know what the cost would be in the region, and then cancellation policies. So I know that a lot of them are strict, but there's some moderate. It is a market where the hosts then have a lot of control. Sometimes we have markets where most of the properties are flexible, and that means if someone has a very strict cancellation policy, they might be cutting their options, let's say, for bookings that are a little bit still to be confirmed. At the end of the day, what you're doing is encouraging those that are unsure, which could be a good strategy depending on how you run your properties. And lastly, I wanted to highlight today what are the top amenities that are announced in the region. So TV, check, because the property has one. Kitchen, check. Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi continues to be the number one amenity that people are looking for and are offering in the region. So in this case, I would ask my host if they could implement like having a Wi-Fi and advertising it on the listing in the different channels, so that people, when they search for it, they will find it and they will feel prompted to book. Washer is also quite high, which is a little bit unusual, and this property didn't have. So maybe this is another investment they can do to try get more people to book, especially when the length of stay is around 7 days, 6 days, so people start using it. Okay. This is all for today. Remember, this is called Market Insights, and it combines 2 different information sources, data from our partners and data from the OTAs. You can visualize it in graphs or you can visualize it in charts if you want to compare last year versus this year performance month over month and all of the other main KPIs to analyze and understand performance in any market worldwide. I hope you find it useful. If you have questions, you know where to find us, and you can always reply to this newsletter and we will help you with anything you need. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.